All right. Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Enjoying the Journey, Cancer as a Lifestyle. So today we are going to be talking about the 12 cast ons. So every year I participate with Angela from Yarn and Yarns. She does a 12 cast on challenge. She's been doing this for the last 4 years or so. I participated with her for the every year. I think last year was the only year where I only did 4 cast-ons, but as long as you cast on with her, that's all she cares about. She to have fun. So what she does is she casts on 12 projects for her to work on in the upcoming year, and these are personal projects, things that she's always wanted to do. So she'll be starting that New Year's Eve, I believe, this year, but most of the time she starts in Christmas. But this year, because of due to work issues and all, she's going to be beginning in New Year's Eve. So I thought before I start any new cast-ons for 2023, let me see what I had left undone in the last previous years, because I do have about 5 projects, and I have them hanging right here, that I never finished. Now, remember what I said, that I casted on with her 12 projects every year, and I've been doing this with her for about 12, for about 4 years. So I think having 5 projects that I didn't finish in that time is not bad at all when you're considering, could have been worse. So I thought that it's time to get these projects finished up. So let me show you what kind of refresher memory of what I still have left undone of the 12 cast-ons. These are old ones. Now, I do know that there are no, since I have 5, last year, the 4 that I did only do, I finished all of them. So these projects have to be between 2 to 3 years old, which is enough, but not longer. So let me show you the very first one. The first one is this Frankenstein Granny Square blanket that I started. Now, this is a part 2, because for this cast on, what I ended up doing is taking all my scraps, and I wanted to make 2 blankets for my living room couches. One, I wanted to take my scraps and I did a general size Granny Square, and I used navy blue as the binder because my couches are navy blue. And I did that. I finished that blanket. It is in the queue in here in one of the playlists. You should see it. But the part 2 of it is I wanted to start make Granny Square, the Frankenstein scrap Granny Square blankets in the small squares. So this is about all where I left off. Okay, this is what I have. You can see on my ends and things like that. I didn't, so this is about all that I have put together in this blanket. So this is all that we have. Now, I do have some that I started, I haven't gotten any farther with them. I had it hanging in one of my containers here, and I had a hard time finding navy blue to bind them all. But I think I'm not going to have any problem this year. I want to finish this and get it off the hook. And so, if you guys remember, I did a Granny Square drive. And out of that Granny Square drive, this is about what I have left of the Granny Squares that everyone has sent in to me. I've used up, and they're kind of all different shapes and all. So I'm going to kind of combine this 12 cast-on blanket with a lot of these that are left over. So I have a couple of these that I haven't used, and excuse me, I have smaller ones like that, larger ones like that, or like this, and I haven't really used them because they're odd ones that I just didn't have. Like I have these small ones that I put together, so I am going to combine them all, and I'm going to use it as part of this. So I'm going to put them, and this will help this blanket get bigger. So this is where we're at. This is one of the blankets, the 12 cast-ons that I am going to be definitely working on. Now, how am I going to be able to finish all this and still do 12 cast-ons for the new year, right? Because I am going to participate in it. I don't know how many I'm going to put on the hook this year. But my ideal is that I'm going to take these projects, these 5 that I did not finish, and excuse me, I'm still got that, still in recovery, guys. And there is something that a couple times a week that we as a family meet together. We all have different schedules. My schedule is the most weirdest because I work all three shifts, and I do them every day is a different shift, but I have like a 2-week schedule that I alternate all the time. So I'm not always home to eat dinner with my family. So those days that we eat dinner with the family, we have family time, and we watch a movie afterwards and all. And that's when I usually sit down and crochet some big project that I can't take with me anywhere because it's big and bulky. So I plan on those days to be working on my 12 cast-ons. Even if I finish these 5 here, the new ones that I got coming up for the year, that's when I'm going to be working on it. That's going to be reserved for that. So the other project that I did not finish happened to be a top, and I'm holding it right here. I wonder if you guys remember. I don't even remember what is the name of this yarn. But it was a top that I started. And this is a Hobby Lobby yarn. This is part of the panel that I started for my top. I don't remember. I do have some in my stash, that of course, I have the yarn. This has been the discontinued clearance yarn at Hobby Lobby, so I do have, I think, enough. But this is one of the panels that I did. And, I did my little board, bottom. I have that ribbed effect. So here's one of the panels that I did. Here's the other panel that I started, and I started from the bottom up. So you see, there's pretty much done. There's pretty much made, finished in this project. So you're just talking about the top or half. And originally I was going to do a long sleeve. I think I'm going to do a just a short sleeve, or maybe even, I'm not quite sure if to do like only up to here or a 3/4. I don't know. Let me see how much yarn it will work up. But I think that, it's a top. I don't have much, I have not much left to do on it. So I think I can finish this. I am doing a half double crochet on this though. So it's kind of tedious when you're doing the same, excuse me, my throat. When you're doing the same little stitch, and it can be kind of tedious. So I got that sitting in here. And the other thing that I'm working on, I believe, is a top for my daughter. Is this okay, let me get this. I have stuff hanging here. It's been a while, you guys, since I've even opened them. I believe this is one that I started for my daughter. It is in the Red Heart Purple Ombre. I think this might be the hoodie. Is this the hoodie? Yes. This is the Bagel Day hoodie that I started for my daughter. In fact, this is all I did on the panel. And I kind of stopped because it is going to be oversized, as you can tell. And I kind of stopped. I have my my stitch markers counting my rows. And I think I did it every 10. And it is also a half double crochet. And this is as far as I think I got. I think it's going to be probably bulky. I don't know what is wrong with it. But there was some problem I was having with it. I wasn't sure. So this is about all that I got done with that. So we'll see. We'll see. I think I didn't know how to do I was ready to put in my, for my arms, for my hands to put in. But that's about all I got done on this. So you see, there is quite a bit done. It just needs certain, and that was going to be her hoodie, Bagel Days hoodie, I remember. And for some reason, I think I stopped a lot of these tops because I was having, I just wasn't liking the way they were coming out or something like that. Sometimes I think you can become tedious with a project, and then when you're tedious because you're doing the same stitch over and over again, we tend to start thinking, you know what, I don't like really what I'm doing here. And then we start finding fault with it. So let's see, what's the other one here? The other one here is, oh, this is that vest that I was working on. Another, this is another yarn from the Hobby Lobby clearance. Oh yes, I did have a concern with this yarn because I noticed as I was handling it that it was kind of wearing it out. And I was concerned about how this is going to wash, and over time, would it wear, you know, the durability of it, because it tended to be like, it looked like it was getting, oh wow, oh, here I am. So this is about what I got done on that one. That's one panel, and I think I opted to have a vest, and this is one that I was starting, you know, where it just hangs over you. So we'll see how this goes. So that's about all I got on that. Like you see, there's pretty much a lot of work done on these. I did feel like this was getting worn out more. The more I was handling it, it was getting kind of worn out, which, you know, a lot of these tops, I'm finding that once we finish them, you really have to take special care in washing them then by hand and laying them out and letting them dry so they last. So I'm hoping this is, I'm wrong about this yarn, but I am going to get that in there, get in there. Yeah. So that's another one. And I have one more. And this one is a blanket. This is mile by minute. Is that how you say it? And I had all these big pastel colors that I was using. That's why it looks so big and bulky. I really did not get a lot done on this one. Mile a minute. Is that how you say it? Here's another one. Look at that. I just made a big mess out of it. This has been sitting here. And in white. So here's a piece. Because I made a few of these sections. Here's the white. So it was pink. It was blue, yellow, white, and peach. So let me show you how much I did get done on these. Yes. So you see I was putting them together. And I was alternating the colors. And I think this is all I got done were these two panels. I was making this blanket for myself, for my bed. I liked the way it was looking. I really do like this blanket. So, and I love the way it was coming out. I think these are the main colors that I was using, which was the white, the peach, the blue, and the yellow. And I was going to be alternating them so it would have this, they would each take a turn in each of these. I love the way this was coming out. I enjoyed making it. It was such a big, bulky project, though, because, like I said, I'm using these really big balls of yarn. I believe this was a Michaels that I got this yarn from. So these are my 5 projects that I'm working on. And I will tell you right now, I think what I'm going to start with will be the Frankenstein little granny squares and get that done out of the way. And then probably work on, I can't even fit that in here, there's so much yarn. So these are the ones that are going to be my first thing that I'm going to be working as personal projects during our family time. And then, yeah, so my next thing is to cast on. Now, for the new year, I am not sure how many I'm going to do. I am contemplating, because right now I don't want to do 12 because it's 12 and start projects that I really don't have much interest in. There's a couple things I want to make, so I'm going to see how many I can get done. But otherwise, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys will participate. Oh, what's hanging here? This is my all my colors of the Advent that Terry sent me. I have them all numbered because I'm going to be working on casting on a project with all these colors. So yeah, that's going to be one of them, and that's going to be hanging here. And so look for that in the next couple of days. But otherwise, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon. And I hope you will join Angela from Yarn and Yarns in her 12 cast-ons for the year. All right, bye-bye.